a loose ball foul. It's going to go on Seattle. And that's Ezzy, and that's 5 on Magmagor. Neither team has used their review tonight.
Let's see right here. Wow, I would review that. It's tough in an overtime game, but not a lot of contact there and a whole lot of ball.
Here's Juhas, 10 on the shot clock. Gives it off Allen. The elite assist maker. McBride, the elite shot maker. No. Who can get it? Battle for it. And what do we got?
It's a jump ball, but with Dojkic and Collier, so a big advantage here for Minnesota. And because that hit rim, the shot clock is now off. And that ball clearly hits the rim, bounces around. Dojkic looks like she was going to come away with it, but the tie up first. And Minnesota, Seattle's going to have to play a little count and mouse here and try to intercept this jump.
Collier tips, gets it to Banham.
Smart play.
And Seattle, boy, they got quick hands on that. Jewel Lloyd wanted a jump, and they got the timeout instead. These two teams played to a 104-93 game Tuesday in a game that was much closer than the final score. And then this one tonight in overtime, 97-95 right now. So what are you doing to Cheryl?
This is right here, boy. This was because Cheryl Reeve had gone up before the jump and said, if we win the jump, immediate timeout. But that's about as immediate as you're going to get, because that was in the hands of McBride and tied up immediately. I bet there was not even a 1 second pause. And Cheryl Reeve, one of the best to do it, acted like there's plenty of time. She clearly had it. And now we'll see what they do. On the road, the assumption is you go for 3. You don't want to extend it with this crowd backing Seattle. But Collier, much more electric from inside the three-point line. Your best player, you want to get her the basketball. She's 1 of 4 from deep today. It's McBride from 3 that you really have to, you have to switch every screen. She cannot get a look. 4 made threes for one of the best in WNBA history.
13 on the shot, 17 on the game clock. Into the corner with it, now Miller drives hard. Oh, what a score by Diamond Miller right over Dulcie Fanka-Mengiadu to tie things up at 97. Timeout.
Don't mind that. You get the last shot, 11 seconds. That was a quick bucket. You take a bucket if you can get it. There's no question. And Diamond Miller had a free path. Dulcie Fanka-Mengiadu in the area, but Miller at 6'3", just rising over the top. So now it's Noelle Quinn's turn to draw something up. They've had really nice looks coming out of timeouts throughout this game. If they're gonna foul,
well, here we go.
just like Minnesota, you take an open bucket when you get it. You don't turn it down no matter the time on the clock. But best case scenario, you go with about 6, put the shot up with about 3, so you have time for an offensive rebound.
The Storm's 2 best offensive players away from the ball right now in Magmagor and Lloyd. But they got a sharpshooter in Whitcomb. Going to screen away for Jewel. Dojkic to inbounds. Good face guarding by McBride. Tough pass. Jewel comes up with it.
They tried to foul!
And Lloyd mishandles the basketball. My goodness.
They literally tried to foul.
And it was not called. And now a timeout by Cheryl Reeve. Boy, this game has had more twists and turns in the last
6-7.
To foul, and then just the ball, Jewel Lloyd looking up at the defense and kicks it away, and you can see by her reaction that
It's amazing.
It's just a terrible break in this game. With Minnesota, the foul to give, and it wouldn't have done much. There was still 9 seconds on the clock.
It was very early.
So
they were looking to foul.
Correct. So it would be an early break for Seattle to get the ball out again, re-rack, and draw it up. I don't understand.
All right, McBride or Collier here. I mean, McBride's been the sharpshooter from outside. Collier 10 of 20, 29 points. She's had an amazing game, but Seattle has done a pretty good job recently holding her down. She has played 45 minutes in this game. Every second she's been in the game.
Well, I mean, the advantage right now squarely to Minnesota with that teeter-totter win probability. 7 seconds left, tie game. You want to just get in the lane and finish or get fouled, and you go in just a second. And for Seattle, you're trying to keep your hands back, distract, and send this thing in to double overtime. And it's tough because if they come downhill at you,
you can't foul.
You cannot foul.
McBride inbounds. Collier gets it. Fakes the handoff to McBride. Going up against Ezzy with 3 seconds left. Fade away, good! Nafisa Collier. And why not? Dojkic with 1 second left. She's going to have to hoist it, and that is going to be short. And the Minnesota Lynx come to Seattle and sneak out with an overtime victory, 99-97. And who better than Nafisa Collier to end this puppy? She had 33 on Tuesday, 31 tonight, 64 points in 3 days from Nafisa Collier.
Yeah, she is just an absolute star. Love watching her play and how much she can fill up the box score. Back-to-back 30-point games, but add in the 8 boards, 5 assists, 6 block shots, and then the game winner. And that was a tough make by Nafisa. That was not an easy one.
Boy, you talk about two teams that are better than their record. There is no question these two teams are better than their record. Jewell Loyd, a career high 41-point performance on 15 of 35. Ezzy Magbegor, a career high 16 boards. But it's Nafisa Collier, back-to-back nights with a career high 33 and then a second best career high 31 on back-to-back nights. Unbelievable.